Welcome to Brainwaves, where we explore the depths of history and the fascinating stories that shaped our world. In today's video, we will uncover the remarkable history of Juneteenth, a significant date in the celebration of freedom and equality. Juneteenth, also known as Freedom Day or Emancipation Day, commemorates the emancipation of enslaved African Americans in the United States. It is celebrated on June 19th each year. Our journey will take us back to the 19th century, exploring the events that led to the jubilant celebration of Juneteenth. From the Emancipation Proclamation to the historic announcement in Galveston, Texas, we will dive deep into this important chapter of American history. So, buckle up and get ready for an informative and enlightening exploration of the history of Juneteenth. Welcome to the fascinating world of Juneteenth, where we delve into the origins and historical context of this momentous celebration. Juneteenth traces its roots back to June 19, 1865, when Union General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas, to deliver the news of the end of slavery. Upon his arrival, General Granger issued General Order No. 3, which declared that all enslaved people in Texas were now free. This proclamation came 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, as news of the abolition of slavery had been deliberately withheld in Texas. The delayed arrival of this news not only marked the true end of slavery in Texas but also served as a powerful symbol of emancipation and hope for enslaved African Americans throughout the country. The first Juneteenth celebrations emerged as formerly enslaved individuals commemorated their newfound freedom and rejoiced in their liberation. Image: Juneteenth celebration. The significance of Juneteenth extends far beyond the end of slavery. It stands as a powerful reminder of the resilience and strength of the African American community in the face of adversity. Juneteenth celebrations have historically served as platforms for advocating for civil rights and equal opportunities, fostering community building, and promoting cultural heritage. Moreover, Juneteenth represents a crucial chapter in American history, highlighting the ongoing struggle for freedom and equality. It encourages dialogue and reflection on the systemic injustices that plagued our nation and inspires collective efforts to create a more inclusive and just society for all. As we continue to recognize and honor Juneteenth, its significance resonates as a symbol of hope, progress, and unity. Let us join hands to commemorate the past, learn from it, and work towards a future that embraces equality and justice for every individual. Image: Juneteenth flag. Juneteenth is not only known by its primary name but also goes by various alternative names. Some of the alternative names for Juneteenth include Freedom Day, Emancipation Day, and Jubilee Day. Each of these names carries its own historical and cultural significance, emphasizing the celebration of freedom and the end of slavery. The name, Freedom Day, reflects the liberation of enslaved African Americans, marking the triumph over generations of oppression. Emancipation Day highlights the formal emancipation of enslaved individuals, recognizing the legal and societal changes that took place. Jubilee Day signifies the joy and jubilation experienced by formerly enslaved individuals upon their release from bondage. These alternative names further capture the essence and importance of Juneteenth, reinforcing the shared history and collective aspirations of a united nation. Juneteenth's alternative names remind us of the journey towards freedom and inspire us to celebrate the progress achieved while acknowledging there is still work to be done. Image: Juneteenth alternative names. Welcome to the segment on the background of the Emancipation Proclamation. In 1862, during the American Civil War, President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, a historic declaration that laid the groundwork for the abolition of slavery. The proclamation was based on the president's war powers and aimed to weaken the Confederate States by depriving them of their labor force. It is important to note that the Emancipation Proclamation did not immediately free all enslaved individuals. It specifically applied to areas under Confederate control and declared that all slaves within those areas were to be considered legally free. However, the proclamation did not have the power to enforce this liberation immediately. Image: Emancipation Proclamation document. In this section, we will explore the abolition of slavery and its profound impact. The Emancipation Proclamation marked a significant milestone in the fight against slavery, as it fundamentally altered the course of American history. By declaring slaves in Confederate areas free, it not only aimed to weaken the Southern economy but also served as a moral and political statement against the institution of slavery. The proclamation had immediate effects on enslaved individuals, inspiring many to seek their freedom by escaping to Union-controlled territories. It also provided an opportunity for African Americans to join the Union Army and Navy, contributing to their own liberation and the eventual Union victory in the Civil War. The Emancipation Proclamation played a crucial role in shifting public opinion both domestically and internationally, further intensifying the movement to abolish slavery. It highlighted the inherent contradictions of a nation that claimed to be founded on principles of freedom and equality while allowing the institution of slavery to persist. Image: Abolitionist poster. In this section, we will explore the connection between the Emancipation Proclamation and Juneteenth. Although the Emancipation Proclamation was declared on January 1, 1863, it was not until June 19, 1865, that the news of freedom reached enslaved African Americans in Texas. This delay in communication was due to various factors, including the resistance of slaveholders and the isolated location of Texas. When Major General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas, he read General Order No. 3, which informed the enslaved population of their freedom, thus giving birth to Juneteenth celebrations. The day became an annual commemoration of not just the Emancipation Proclamation, but also a symbol of the resilience and tenacity of the African American community. Juneteenth represents the enduring legacy of the Emancipation Proclamation and the pursuit of freedom. It is a testament to the struggles and triumphs of those who fought against injustice and serves to remind us of the long and ongoing journey towards equality. Image: Juneteenth Celebration. Welcome to the segment on the background of June 19, 1865. At this time, the Civil War had already come to an end with the Union's victory over the Confederacy and the surrender of General Robert E. Lee in April 1865. The Emancipation Proclamation had been issued 2.5 years earlier, on January 1, 1863, by President Abraham Lincoln. However, due to various factors including the resistance of slaveholders and the isolated location of Texas, the news of freedom did not reach enslaved African Americans in the state until June 19, 1865. This delay in communication made June 19 a significant date for the African American community, eventually becoming known as Juneteenth. Image: Emancipated African Americans. In this section, we will explore the historic announcement made by General Gordon Granger on June 19, 1865. General Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas, with Union troops and read aloud General Order No. 3, proclaiming the end of slavery and the emancipation of all enslaved individuals in Texas. This momentous declaration came almost 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation had been issued. The announcement by General Granger carried immense significance, as it marked the first time that many enslaved African Americans in Texas learned of their freedom. It ignited widespread celebrations and jubilation, as people rejoiced in the long-awaited news that they were no longer bound by the chains of slavery. Juneteenth, derived from the words June and 19th, emerged as the annual commemoration of this historic announcement. It became a day of reflection, remembrance, and celebration, emphasizing the journey from enslavement to liberation. Image: General Gordon Granger. In this section, let's explore the reactions and impact of the historic announcement made on June 19, 1865. The news of emancipation was met with an overwhelming mix of emotions. Enslaved individuals and their families experienced a profound sense of relief, hope, and joy. They celebrated their newfound freedom and eagerly embraced new opportunities as they navigated a world beyond enslavement. The impact of the announcement extended far beyond the immediate moment. Juneteenth became an annual commemoration that allowed African Americans to reflect on the struggles they had endured and the progress they had made. It became a day of unity, where communities would gather for feasts, religious services, and cultural events. Juneteenth celebrations also became platforms for political activism and calls for the full realization of civil rights. As African Americans faced ongoing challenges and systemic oppression, Juneteenth served as a reminder of the work that still needed to be done to achieve true equality. Image: Juneteenth Celebration. Welcome to the segment on the difficulties in spreading the news of emancipation. After the issuance of the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, the challenge lay in informing enslaved individuals in Confederate states, where communication was limited and control by slaveholders was tight. The vastness of the Confederate territories, coupled with the ongoing Civil War, posed significant hurdles in disseminating the news of freedom. Confederate officials actively suppressed information about the Emancipation Proclamation to maintain control over enslaved populations and preserve support for the institution of slavery. Despite these challenges, news eventually reached enslaved African Americans through various channels. Escaped slaves and soldiers returning from war carried the information, and the efforts of Union troops in liberating Confederate-held territories gradually spread awareness. Image: news being spread. In this section, we will explore how Juneteenth became a celebration of freedom. On June 19, 1865, when General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas, to announce the end of slavery, it sparked jubilation and joy among the enslaved African American community. This historic event marked the beginning of Juneteenth celebrations. Juneteenth became a day of commemoration and gratitude for the hard-won freedom from the chains of slavery. Enslaved individuals and their descendants embraced this day as a symbol of liberation and an opportunity to honor their ancestors' struggles and resilience. Over time, Juneteenth celebrations grew and spread to various parts of the United States, becoming an occasion to gather with family, friends, and community members. It became an important moment to reflect on the progress made, to express pride in African American heritage, and to foster unity and resilience. Image: Juneteenth celebration. In this section, let's explore how Juneteenth fosters community and celebrates cultural heritage. Juneteenth gatherings provide an opportunity for communities to come together and strengthen their bonds of solidarity. These celebrations feature a range of activities, including parades, music, dance, storytelling, and traditional African American food. Juneteenth serves as a platform for promoting cultural heritage and preserving traditions. It offers a space to showcase African American art, literature, and craftsmanship. Through art exhibitions, poetry readings, and craft fairs, Juneteenth celebrations support and uplift diverse forms of creative expression. Moreover, Juneteenth celebrations often include educational programs and workshops to raise awareness about African American history, civil rights, and the ongoing pursuit of equality. This educational component helps to pass down knowledge from one generation to the next and fosters a deeper understanding of African American contributions to society. Image: Juneteenth community gathering. Welcome to the segment on the contemporary significance of Juneteenth. Juneteenth continues to hold immense importance today as a day of remembrance, celebration, and reflection. It serves as a reminder of the ongoing struggle for equality and freedom. Juneteenth is not only a time to honor the past, but also an opportunity to address current social issues and work towards a more inclusive future. It highlights the resilience and strength of the African American community, while also promoting unity and understanding among all people. In recent years, there has been an increased recognition of Juneteenth as a national holiday. Many states have officially recognized and designated June 19 as a day of observance and celebration. This recognition helps to raise awareness about the significance of Juneteenth and its historical and cultural importance in American society. Image: Juneteenth commemoration. In this section, let's explore the recognition of Juneteenth as a national holiday. The movement to recognize Juneteenth as a national holiday has been gaining momentum in recent years, as more and more states officially acknowledge its historical and cultural significance. Several states have already passed legislation to recognize and observe Juneteenth as a state holiday. This recognition signifies the importance of Juneteenth in commemorating the end of slavery and the continuous fight for equality. It also provides an opportunity for education, reflection, and celebration. Efforts are underway to establish Juneteenth as a national holiday recognized by the federal government. This would ensure consistent nationwide recognition and observance, further amplifying the historical and cultural importance of Juneteenth as a significant moment in American history. Image: Juneteenth national holiday. In this section, let's explore modern-day Juneteenth celebrations. Juneteenth is a vibrant and dynamic commemoration that brings communities together in various ways to honor the significance of this historic event. Modern Juneteenth celebrations often feature a range of activities and events. These may include parades with colorful floats, musical performances showcasing African American genres like jazz, gospel, and R&B, and cultural exhibitions that highlight African American art, history, and achievements. Community gatherings and picnics are a common part of Juneteenth celebrations, where families and friends come together to enjoy delicious soul food, barbecues, and traditional dishes. These gatherings foster a sense of unity, as people share stories, music, and laughter. In recent years, there has been a focus on using Juneteenth as a platform for social justice activism and community empowerment. Many events include educational workshops, panel discussions, and voter engagement initiatives aimed at addressing systemic inequities and fostering positive change. Image: Modern Juneteenth Celebration. And that brings us to the end of our journey through the history of Juneteenth. We hope you now have a deeper understanding and appreciation for this important date in American history. Juneteenth is not only a celebration of the end of slavery but also a reminder of the ongoing struggle for freedom, equality, and justice for all. It serves as a time for reflection on the progress made and the work that still lies ahead. As we look to the future, let us honor the legacy of Juneteenth by continuing to promote inclusivity, understanding, and respect in our communities. Let us amplify the voices of those who have been marginalized and work towards creating a society where everyone can thrive. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey. Be sure to like and subscribe to Brainwaves for more captivating explorations of history. Until next time.